Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is April 17th, 2026, and this is my weekly market review. We're reviewing the NASDAQ 100, that's QQQ, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that's good for you. All right, let's resize these charts and see what we see. Maximize this, and I need to slide this over just a little bit there, and maybe slide it down just a little bit if I can. All right, that should be good. All right, on this quarterly chart, what we see is all-time highs. We see a big green candle for these first couple of weeks of April, looking good, looking strong. Finally broke those highs and looking like it's ready to go higher. All right, let's go down to our monthly chart. What we see on this monthly chart, we are still above the 9-10 moving average, which is this blue line. Broke all-time highs and going higher. We crossed an quarterly R1 and shooting up for a quarter. I'm trying to see how far is that quarterly R2 level. It's right up here at 670. And I'll see if we're going to make it to that here come next week. The way this thing has been running, we should make it to that. And my big question is on the quarter, early in the month, this month, will we make it to an R3 level? This is going to be crazy if this market goes that high. You very seldom see the market getting up to an R3 level. Look like back here was the last time it got close. Again, coming up a pullback and then going up right here. And then, like I said, here we're coming up a pullback. And then the first week they'll already cross an R1, and the thing is that we cross an R2 and get to an R3. But that's what I see there on that monthly chart. All right, but let's go ahead and go down to our weekly chart and see what we see there on this weekly chart. What we see here is, again, like I was saying, all-time highs. We finally broke my 630 level that I was saying. Once we got above that, and we closed above that on the daily, and we did. I think it was on Tuesday or Wednesday, on the 16th, the day after tax day. So it was on the 6th. That was Thursday. That was just yesterday, I think. I was kind of like, oh my God, this thing is running higher. I'll throw everything this market and see how much you can make here in this last couple of days here, because I'm wondering now, how far is it going to go? That's why, again, even here on these monthly pivots, I'm looking at, we're already crossed an R2. Are we going to go to an R3 and get over an R3? You very seldom, again, you very seldom see that. So we've got to see what's going to happen here. But that's pretty much that on that. Let's go ahead and go down to our daily chart and wrap this on up. On our daily chart, what we see here is one of the big things. We had this big gap here, and once that got above that, and that got us above the 50 and the 200, which I've taken off my chart now, because I don't like too many things on my chart. I know where I'm at in the market, we started getting these bullish engulfings, bullish engulfing. And then we got, even this first thing right here was confirmation of the first bullish engulfing and all after gapping up. And then we just started gapping. It was a crazy week. It's been a crazy last 3 weeks, for me. But that's what I see. And the thing is, where are we going to? Again, let me just look on the monthly, on this daily. We have weekly pivots. So this week, we went not quite to an R3 level for the week. We did get above an R2 level, this is our R3 level. So next week, let's take a quick look at that. I'm going to squeeze this down a little bit and erase that stuff. Next week, we're going to be opening above pivot, number one, first of all, and opening above pivot, and we're already pretty close to an R. We're like $15, about $15 away from an R1 level. Little over $50, what's that, $53, $58. It's going to be about, yeah, the market is down here. So it's $50 plus 2 plus 5. So $57 from an R3 level. And then look, the market move from a little bit over 600. Let me just take a quick look at this. Just give me an idea. Once it got above here, let's look at this. We was at we'll say 610 to 648 to 650. So that's $40. So we're going to be getting real close to 700 come next week if this thing continues doing like what it did this week. Again, anything can happen and all, but let's just pay attention to what we're seeing happening on the chart. And right now on the chart, what we see is a very strong market, a very strong bullish market. And that's it. That's all I really have to say. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. This is Right Side Trader. Subscribe, like, and make that money. Talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.